Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. It is Wednesday, January 14th, and in this video, we're going to be going over the best plays on PrizePicks and take a look at better for tonight's 7-game NBA slate. If you're new to the channel, hello, my name is TJ. In these daily pick videos, I give out a 6 flex slip on PrizePicks. We also build out a 5 flex slip over on Betr, because those are the two best slip types on those DFS apps. So if you want to follow along for the ride, if you want free slips for both of those DFS apps on PrizePicks and on Betr, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm still trying to give away $50. So again, if this video does get 50 likes, I will do a giveaway on my next video. To be entered, all you have to do is subscribe, hit the like button so we can hit that 50 like goal, and then comment your favorite play for tonight's 7-game NBA slate. Let's go ahead and see how we did on our most recent video over on PrizePicks. Our 6 flex ended up going 4 for 6. Draymond Green played 22 minutes. He had 6 turnovers, but 0 assists. So that kind of sucked. Booker finished over his RA. I mean, smoked it. I wish we could take those extra 7 RAs and apply them to Draymond Green, but unfortunately, that's not a thing you can do. Wiggins under RA hit, Dyson Daniels under assist, Jamal Murray under rebounds, and then Camara over RA finished 3 short. I mean, that game was an absolute blowout, so that was tough. We went 4 for 6, 0.4 times our money, and then over on Betr, we went 3 for 5. We had Luka under rebounds, Dante over RA, and Klingon under rebounds, and unfortunately, our little game stack here with Fox under RA, he hooked us, and then Harrison Barnes went 0 for from the three-point line, so we 0.5 times our money over on Betr. So not what we're looking for, but today is a new day. Let's go ahead, take a look at the board, see what we have over on the Upside Tools Fantasy Player Props Optimizer, and get these slips built out. I did also post a YouTube short that I played over on Twitter as well. We ended up going 4 for 5, so with the Giannis taco. So if you guys tailed the YouTube short, you 2 times your money. We had Jalen Johnson over points. He shot 5 of 17. Again, that Lakers-Hawks game was an absolute blowout as well. So he didn't get as much run as he typically does. He plays 30 minutes. Probably would have played something like 36, 38 if the game was competitive. And it would have been more competitive if Jalen Johnson could hit shots. But again, 5 of 17. So if you did tail the YouTube short video, you 2 times your money with the Giannis taco. Oh, and of course, we have to go over the matchups for tonight. So my apologies. Again, we have a 7-game slate. Let's go ahead and talk about it. We have the Pacers hosting the Raptors. Toronto on the road, 2.5-point favorites. 223.5 over under. We have the 76ers hosting the Cavs. Philly at home, 1.5-point favorites. 236.5 over under. We have the Bulls hosting the Jazz. Chicago, 2.5-point home favorites. 242.5 over under. We have the Pelicans hosting the Nets. Brooklyn, 1.5-point road favorites. 227.5 over under. We have the Mavs hosting the Nuggets. Dallas, 1.5-point home favorites, 225.5 over under. We have the Kings hosting the Knicks. Knicks, 10.5-point road favorites, 229.5 over under. And last but not least, we have the Clippers hosting the Wizards. Clips at home, 12.5-point favorites, 225.5 over under. All right, so full disclosure, I haven't even looked at the board yet. I haven't looked at PrizePicks. I haven't looked at Betr. So this is going to be the first time that I'm actually building slips with you guys here on video, because typically in the mornings I'll get up and, take care of my dogs, but then more importantly, no, I'm kidding, build out some slips if there's value, and then I'll create my video when I do have the time in the morning. But I haven't created any slips, so let's go ahead, jump in. We're going to look at the board together, and we're going to see what we have for value. And again, we're going to be utilizing the Upside Tools Fantasy Player Props Optimizer. The whole purpose of this tool is to compare sportsbook lines and odds back to various DFS apps like PrizePicks and Betr that use fixed payouts. And what I mean when I say fixed payouts, and again, if you are a returning subscriber of my channel, I apologize. I go over this in every video because for the new people that are unaware of how PrizePicks actually operates, I want to show you what I mean when I say fixed payouts. So we have Sam Merrill here, more points, and Peyton Watson, PRA. If I take both of these players more in my 2-man power, my payout will be 3 times. And it doesn't matter if I change any of these from more to less, my payout's going to remain the same. The only thing that actually changes my payout is the amount of player props I'm adding inside my slip. So obviously on PrizePicks, you can't straight bet any of these plays. You have to play between 2 and 6 players inside your slip, or player props inside your slip. So right here we have Merrill and Watson both more. If I take Merrill and change him to less, my payout's going to remain the same. If I take Watson and change him from more to less, my payout remains the same. So it doesn't matter the combination that you're using. And sure, in some instances, when you're using things like goblins and demons, which you guys shouldn't be playing on PrizePicks, the returns are terrible. And I can show you an example also in just a second. But It doesn't matter if you're taking more or less in the player prop projections, your payout always remains the same. So what PrizePicks is doing here is they have set odds for each individual player prop in all of their slip types. They just don't display them like a traditional sportsbook would, like FanDuel or DraftKings. So what we do is we leverage the sportsbook market to help us find long-term profitable plays where PrizePicks is off from the market consensus. And this is a form of plus EV betting or positive expected value, and this is called line shopping. This tool is a line shopping tool. So it pulls all the supporting lines and odds for the various player props on PrizePicks to help you show profitable plays in real time. So what we're going to do here, and if you guys want to get signed up, there's a link in the description below. You can get 5 days free to try out the Fantasy Player Props Optimizer. It's also going to get you access to the esports discrepancy tool, and then we have some sportsbook tools as well for any of you that play on sportsbooks. Like I mentioned, FanDuel and DraftKings. We have peer-to-peer sportsbooks like Novig and ProfitX. We have prediction market sportsbooks like Kalshi and Poly. So we also have a low hold tool, an arbitrage tool, and a player props optimizer for sportsbook player props. This tool is honestly essential if you want to find the actual proper player props that you should be betting, the ones where you're getting an edge over the DFS app. So if you guys want to check it out, again, link in the description below. You can get 5 days free if you use that link. And also, if you use my code TJYT at checkout, you're going to get 25% off your first purchase. This is the tool that I use every single time I'm building out player props and slips. This tool helped me profit $8,900 plus in the month of December. It's literally all I use. So we're going to head back to the optimizer. We're going to filter by PrizePicks. We're also going to filter up here by FanDuel. So required sports books, I'm going to check off FanDuel. FanDuel and DraftKings are the two sharpest sports books when it comes to setting their lines and odds, so their player props for NBA specifically. So I'm going to check off FanDuel. We're going to see what we have. We're also going to filter by NBA, and we get some decent value. So we're going to start building from the top. Let's go back to PrizePicks. Let's get rid of our example. Oh, and real quick. So each individual leg inside a two-man power is equivalent to minus 137 odds, okay? In a 6-flex slip, each individual leg is equivalent to minus 118 odds. So the value we're getting per player prop inside our 6-flex slip is far greater than the value we're getting for a two-man power. So two-man powers are one of the worst slip types. I think they are actually the worst slip type that you can possibly enter on PrizePicks. And sure, it's easy to hit two-man power as opposed to 6-flex, but the ROI that you're getting in the long term when you're hitting things like 6-flex is far greater than a two-man power. So that's why we build out 6-flex slips. They're the mathematically, can't argue with mathematically the most profitable slip type over on PrizePicks. So we got Darius Garland over 23.5 points plus assists. We can see that most of these sports books across the market are actually set one higher, including FanDuel and DraftKings. And if I actually click into the row, it's going to show me the overs and the unders associated with this player prop. FanDuel does have slight juice or more juice on the under of 24.5, but again, we're getting a 1 PA difference. PrizePicks a lot closer to that near even line, minus 115 on the over, minus 114 on the under. We can see that Underdog and Betr, two other DFS apps, actually have this set 1 PA higher. Wouldn't be surprised if this already changed and I have to refresh, but if it's not, that's amazing, and it's not. Perfect first play. Darius Garland over 23.5 points plus assists. Really good value. Let's move down the list. DeMar DeRozan under 20.5 points, minus 136 on FanDuel, so heavy juice on the under. And we have DraftKings, Caesars, all 1 point lower. Same thing with Underdog. Dabble 0.5 lower. Pick 6 is 1 point lower. Betr is 1 point lower. So great value there on DeMar DeRozan. Under 20.5 points. Moving on down the list, we have Aaron Gordon over 9.5 RA. Let's go ahead and get that added. And again, you guys can see I'm literally just taking the top plays, letting the math work itself out for me and show me the best value, right? Instead of going off my gut and my emotions and what somebody's done in their last 5 or how good they looked in last game or how they played against, how Garland played against the 76ers, in their most recent matchup. I don't care about any of that. Everything you can possibly think of, guys that are ruled out, injuries, guys that are coming back from injuries, minute limits, new starting lineups, different rotations, everything is baked into these sportsbook lines and odds. So we have Aaron Gordon over 9.5 RA. We're going to skip over DeAndre Hunter because we already have Garland. So what I also want to do, actually, no, we'll keep that. We got Vooch over 3s over 1.5. Let's go ahead and get that added. We might add in Hunter, but I'm not sure yet. So Vooch over 3-pointers made. Bub Carrington over 3s. Kelly Oubre under points plus assists. Let's try to avoid some even props if we can. Let's add in this Karl Anthony Towns over threes. Minus 132 on FanDuel, minus 138 on DraftKings. So really good supporting odds from those two sharp sports books. So Karl Anthony Towns over three. The big purr, the big cat. Hopefully he's out here just wetting buckets from deep. Sorry, that was inappropriate kind of, but not really. I can't find it. Did I go past it, guys? Am I dumb? There it is. Sorry. I thought it was going to be toward the bottom. Let's give this a quick refresh. This thing updates every single second. And again, just like that, PJ Washington popped up. PJ Washington over 12.5 points. We can see some of these other DFS apps have it set one higher. And then we have supporting odds from DraftKings and Caesars, both one higher as well. So we're going to add in PJ Washington over points. And guys, that's going to be our 6 flex over on PrizePicks. We have Darius Garland over points plus assists, 23.5. DeMar DeRozan under 20.5 points. Aaron Gordon over 9.5 RA. Vooch over threes. We have Karl Anthony Towns over threes. And then we have PJ Washington over 12.5 points. That is our 6 flex. Now I want to show you the value on Betr. I haven't checked it like I mentioned, but I can guarantee you there's a lot more value on Betr opposed to PrizePicks. So let's go ahead and take a look. Some overlapping player props, but again, some player props that aren't even being offered on PrizePicks, like Tim Hardaway Jr. over threes, Zion Williamson over assists. We have things like Trey Jones, points of 10.5. He set 1.5 higher. Trey Johnson over points. He set 1 higher. So a lot of good value over here on Betr. So what we're going to do is build out a 5 flex Betr slip as well. All right, so Better's pulled up. Let's go ahead and move this real quick. Let's start at the top. Tim Hardaway over 2.5 3-pointers made. Good value here. Oop, I'm on NFL. Excuse me. NBA. Hardaway. 3-pointers made. We're going to skip over Aaron Gordon because we just played him on PrizePicks. Let's add in Zion over assists. It's going to be a lot of overs. Hopefully the guys come to play tonight. Zion over assists. We got Trey Jones over points and Trey Johnson over points. Let's get both of those added. Trey Jones was over 10 and that got bumped, didn't it? So Trey Jones, we can see it's now set to 11.5. So if I refresh this, Trey Jones is gone because that value is now gone. We didn't get the 10.5 points. He got bumped up to 11.5. So we are no longer getting an edge over Betr. Trey Johnson over points, though, is still up there. And he's right here over 13.5. So that's good. So we have Tim Hardaway, we have Zion, we have Trey Johnson. We can add in Jarrett Allen under rebounds. He's actually set 1 lower on FanDuel. FanDuel has the over 8.5 heavily juiced, but that 1 rebound difference is massive. So let's add that in. Jarrett Allen. Sorry, I can't type. My mic is right in front of my keyboard, so I'm having to go around it. So Jarrett Allen under rebounds. Let's give this one more refresh, see if anything else popped up. THJ, Zion, Trey, Jarrett Allen, skipping over Aaron Gordon. Is there anything here where we have really heavy odds on FanDuel and DraftKings? Jordan Poole under points. We have this TJ McConnell play under points. Let's go ahead. Let's take Mikhailuk, actually. Basically the same percent odds to hit, same supporting odds from FanDuel and DraftKings, but we can see that PrizePicks, Underdog, all 1 point lower. All these other books are as well. Whereas for TJ McConnell, it looks like PrizePicks is only 0.5 lower. Dabble direct match. So we're going to go with Mikhailuk under points of 10.5, and he got bumped down. Oh, sorry, it was under 9.5. Perfect. All right. And, what'd they remove? They just removed 2 player props, or did I click off Mikhailuk? So they just touch Mikhailuk. So this is what happens, guys. This is why having a tool like this optimizer is so important, because the value gets bumped at all times. And unfortunately, the way of the world is, if I wasn't recording this video, I probably would have got that slip off. But even still, this is why having things like notifications on when it comes to my YouTube videos is extremely important, because a lot of these plays that I'm getting do have an edge over the DFS app, right? Because it's customer versus the house. They don't want to give us an edge. And when they are, they'll adjust the player prop line appropriately. Unfortunately, what we just saw was, I think it was THJ got removed. Yeah, so the THJ 3-pointers got removed, and then we just saw Mikhailuk. So if I refresh this, THJ is no longer up here, and neither is Mikhailuk. So we're going to have to find 2 other player props. We're going to add in TJ McConnell under points, and we're going to add in Emmanuel Quickly over assists. So we're going to go TJ McConnell under points, and then we're going to add in Quickly over assists. And this is going to be our slip, guys. So unfortunately, we missed out on some really good value on THJ and Mikhailuk, but, that's what happens. We got Zion over assists, Trey Johnson over points, Jared Allen under rebounds, McConnell under points, and then quickly over assists. Go ahead and get that locked in as a 5 flex. And again, the better 5 flex is the same exact payout as a PrizePicks 5 flex, but you get a 0.5 times return if you go 3 for 5, opposed to a 0.4 times return if you go 3 for 5 on PrizePicks. Guys, that is going to do it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you're still here. Again, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do. It really helps out the channel. And make sure you turn on the notification bell so when I post this, you can get this slip locked in before anything gets bumped or removed. We built out the 6 flex on PrizePicks, the 5 flex on Betr. Hopefully we hit one of those. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. And if you're tailing, good luck.